welcome to episode 1 of the Girl Talk series. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I am super excited because I have been wanting to do like a Girl Talk series for the longest time. I grew up watching them and they have helped me so freaking much. Is this angle weird? Because they're kind of like up there and I'm down here. So if it's a little echoey in here, it's because this is an empty room and we're redoing the entire thing. So I wanted to take advantage of just having an empty space where I can make content. So I've always wanted to do a Girl Talk series. They've helped me, excuse my indigestion, it is so bad. They've helped me so much growing up, and I just love like having that type of bond with someone online where it feels like they have the answers to my questions, and I want to be that for you guys. So I started this series called the Girl Talk series, and I'm not too sure what type of things I'm going to be talking about. It's definitely not going to be limited to motherhood and just pregnancy. I want it to be about anything that you guys request and just things that I feel that can be addressed and be helpful for your everyday lives. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about finding out that you are a young mom, and now what? What do you do? Who do you go to? I think that what I know and what I went through can be super helpful for new moms out there, and especially the young ones, because I feel like being a new young mom is so hard, especially, let me not blabber, let's get into the video. I think it's so important to just recenter yourself. You took that pregnancy test and you're probably freaking out, unless this is planned. But if it's unplanned, I can imagine that you're probably freaking out and you just don't know what to do. I've been there and it gets better. So first, I just want you to breathe, take a few deep breaths, and just recenter your mind, your thoughts, and just think about how you are going to move forward from this. It's important to figure out your options, first of all. How do you want to go about this situation? How do you want to handle it? We're not going to get into specifics. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Figure that out. That's step 1. And then once you find that out, you kind of have to create a plan, generate a plan accordingly to that end game. So figure out your options. What are you going to do? How are you going to go about it? That is very important, especially if you're not sure how to go about it. Ask a friend, a family member, someone that's been through the same thing that you've been through. Talk to your doctor. And I think that's very important as well, to find a doctor that suits you. Don't just go to a doctor because you think you have to go to that doctor. I think it's so important to find someone that you're comfortable with, and I actually am with a whole new doctor now. In the beginning of my pregnancy with Indy, towards I think like my 2nd trimester, I was with a completely different doctor, and then I switched because I wanted to go to a specific hospital, and I wasn't able to because of the county that I was in and just like the doctor that I had. So I wind up switching to a doctor that's about 25 minutes away from me, and I'm so glad I made that decision because the woman that I see now is just phenomenal, and I'm super comfortable with her, and she's been with me for both my pregnancies, my current one and Indy. So it's nice to just have that connection. And I love the hospital that I went to with Indy. They were such an amazing help, especially through the hard times of being in the NICU. I'm just super comfortable and familiar with them. So that's very important. You want to be comfortable with your doctor. If there are red flags, get the fuck out of there. You do not need to be in a situation that makes you uncomfortable, especially with this new journey you are taking on. Times are definitely gonna get rough. It's not gonna be the easiest pregnancy. Not speaking physically, but mentally, emotionally, it could definitely be challenging. And I think it's so important to find your village, find your community, find your support system, find your people that you can lean back on in those tough times. If you don't have, you know, the family that is gonna have your back, then go to your friends. If you don't have friends that are gonna have your back, find support groups. And what's amazing about having a phone is that there are literally support groups at the tip of your fingers. So these are just like a couple of the groups that I am in. Stay-at-home moms, if you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom, that's a great group to be in. The mommy group that has a lot of members, and you typically always get answers, like replies to any questions that you have. And then a young moms group, oh my gosh, that was someone's underwear. No judge, I'm sorry, I did not know that was gonna pop on my phone. So that's just a little glimpse of how you can find your people. And I think it's so important to just connect with people socially, in person, through the phone. It's important to know that you're not alone. And breath. Drink as much water as you can. That is so important. I didn't write that down. But drink as much water as you can, because you're gonna get so freaking dehydrated, and baby needs to stay hydrated. You need to stay hydrated in order to develop the baby correctly. So I am taking my own advice right now because I am so dehydrated. Also, you're gonna want to generate a plan for how you want to go about your pregnancy if you are going through with. Okay. Hi, I feel your foot. If you're going through with the pregnancy, how do you want to go about it? If you want to switch up, you know, your eating lifestyle, just anything regarding just like your health and wellness, figure out how you want to go about that. Find your resources and start prepping as soon as possible. And take note that your first trimester, you're probably going to, you could experience morning sickness or just extreme fatigue. So you want to take it easy on yourself, but it's important to have a plan in mind for how you want to go about things, especially postpartum. I would start figuring this out in your second trimester, or if you're an early planner, you can do it as soon as you find out that you're pregnant. But definitely don't wait until you're like in the home stretch, because you're gonna be tired, you're not gonna wanna do anything, and it's important to just have everything prepped, to have your birth plan prepped and have everything at the house prepped up for you and baby. And by prepping, I mean create your registry. I literally created my registry as soon as I found out. Maybe not as soon as I found out, because I was going back and forth with the decisions, but like in my first trimester, I created my registry, and I just like to have a game plan of what I'm going to need. And people are going to constantly be asking you, oh, do you have a registry? What do you want to get for the baby? What kind of stroller? What kind of diapers, diaper cream, bibs, this, that, and the third. Just create the registry just to give yourself a clear mind, and so that you have it at hand for when other people ask you. And if you guys are curious what registry I'm using, what's it called? Baby List. I use Baby List for my pregnancy with Indy, and I'm using it again. Wow, 34 days until I'm popping. It also says how many days like it gives you a countdown. But yeah, it's a really great registry, like a platform for your registry. I don't really have that much on it because I honestly really don't need that much, because I'm just gonna reuse some of the stuff that I have for Indy, because I'm gonna transition her into like bigger girl things, if that makes sense. I'm not going to get into details for that because it's not a part of the video, but if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, just let me know down below in the comments, and I will make a video on that for you. Create the registry, get it out of the way. And if you're worried about not having enough money to provide for yourself and baby, for clothing, milk, formula, anything of that such, there are so many resources out there for example, like clothing, Facebook Marketplace, consignment shops, not even just clothing. Facebook Marketplace literally has everything. So really just do your research. So Facebook Marketplace, consignment shops are awesome. Take advantage of them. You can literally trade in your own clothing and get like store credit and be able to shop at their store, just get cash, and then you could reuse that in ways to help you and baby. I don't know if this is like a store like all across the states, but in New Jersey we have a store called Once Upon a Child, and I freaking love it. It literally has everything from strollers to bouncers to gates to cribs, clothing, binkies, like literally everything you need, obviously except for like formula and stuff, but they have bottles and teethers and stuff like that. So when Andy was growing up, her clothing, I would just gather what I had and just see what I could possibly trade in, and I would take it to the store and they would give me store credit back. And some of the stuff they're not going to take, which is okay. If you're getting stuff like money back, that's awesome. You can literally reuse that at the store and buy your baby more clothes, which I think is something that a lot of people should consider. I think it's really great to have in the back of your mind that that's available to you. It's kicking me so hard. And make sure to just take it day by day. If you're not feeling up to doing something, then save it for tomorrow. It's important to rest and just take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you are developing a whole human being inside of yourself. That's the biggest job on this planet, 100%. Just take care of yourself so you can take care of baby. I really hope that was useful for you guys. That's all I have for today in episode 1. But if you found this useful, please like this. It would help my channel so much, and just let me know what you learned today in the comments. I'd love to hear, and maybe share something that I didn't mention in the comments that could be useful for a new young mom. Please share. It would mean the world to just share this content out to someone that could get usage out of it, because it's valuable information, and I know so many people are out there struggling, and it shouldn't be like that. If there are any topics that you want me to dive into, let me know in the comments. It does not have to be about motherhood, parenting, pregnancy, anything like that. It could literally be about the most random thing ever, and I got you, girl. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for notifications on when I upload. Wow, I don't know why that would not come out of my mouth. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.